Hi, Ashutosh. How are you?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you so much for asking. And how about you?
I'm doing good. Thank you so much. So, Ashutosh, before we move on, let me give you a small introduction about myself and then we will
Mm-hmm.
start. My name is Sarika Poplani and I'm associated with English Yaari for quite a long time now. Prior to this, I was working in Dubai for good 12 years with university institutions and different corporate firms. Before that, I was working with BPO and I worked there for good 12 years good 6 years as a process trainer. So overall,
Mm-hmm.
I have 17 plus years of experience and 9 years in teaching. I teach on other
Mm-hmm.
to students who are international students who are UK, US, Canada, Australia, Middle East. So I take their syllabus classes from grade 1 to university level students. And I'm associated with English Yaari and Planet Spark, where I take Indian students. So this is all about me. So can I have
Oh,
your
that's great to
introduction?
hear about you.
You. How about yours?
Yeah, yeah, of course. When it comes to me, my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi, and I'm connecting to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I have pursued my degree, that is BCom Honors Accounting from Banaras Hindu University. And now I'm pursuing my master's, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. Along with that, I do run a YouTube channel, which is based on spoken English conversations. And yeah, that's all about me. Thank you.
That's really great. I'm also born and brought up in Kanpur, and I'm also master's in English literature. So,
Oh, really?
yes.
Oh, really? That's so amazing that you
I-
were born and raised in Kanpur.
yes.
Oh my goodness.
So which area are you from in Kanpur?
Basically, I was born and raised in Kanpur Dehat, which is another district, but nowadays I'm living in Kakade.
Kakadev. Okay. Anyways, that is really good that I'm talking to somebody which is rooted to my city. So, yes, Ashutosh. So, what is today's topic? Have you received a topic already?
Ah, yes, it was all about teenage, I think.
Hmm. Okay. So, what do you want to say about your teenage? Let's discuss something about it.
So actually, if I'll talk about teenage, it is very important. Like 13 to 19, like that is the most important part of our life. We will have to find out the right people. What are the things which we are following on that age? That is very important. A lot of people I have seen they are into wrong things. Like when they are in teenage, like they will start drinking, they will start smoking, or they will start pursuing something which is not really good for their career and their family. So that's what I there are a lot of changes, and we are trying to find out something, and we are trying to find out the company in that age, because like you're not adult even though you're not child, so you are in between of that. So when you will go to adults, they will say no, 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 you can't play with us because you are not adult. When you will go with child, they will say no, you're not child anymore. So we like that is a very phase where we face a lot of problems. That's what I think. So, but it is the age where you get a lot of change, and you're getting trained for your adult age, because you'll get, like, if I'll talk about the male, so we will get beard, and we will get like a lot of hormonal changes and voice change, a lot of things we will be able to see in that teenage.
Okay. Very nice, Ashutosh. I'll give you a small feedback, then we will move on to the questionnaire round because it's better to have feedback
Hmm.
after every mistake so that you can inculcate it and you do not you do not repeat the same mistake.
Hmm.
So the very first thing you said, we will have to find friends or we will have to find the peer group. So rather you can say that in younger age or in teen age, we need friends which are of the same group and taste rather than
Hmm.
will have to is a compulsion. Need is a
Hmm.
requirement is never a compulsion. Okay, if you got it fine.
Yeah.
If you don't get it, it is fine. So choice of word is very important. So let's say if I say I'm discharged from prison and I'm released from hospital. Okay, it is wrong. We can release from prison and discharge from hospital, right? Both have the same
Hmm.
meaning,
Hmm.
but the choice of words should be different, right? We never
Yes.
say
Hmm.
it's tall temperature. We always say the temperature is really high today. We never say tall temperature.
Hmm.
Though we are talking about the quantum, the height, but it's not literally height that we are talking about, right? So choice of word is very important. Secondly, whenever we try to say something which has, let's say we have 2 3 pointers to talk about. So let's say they will start something new, they will start getting hormonal changes, they will start getting mustaches and beards, they will start getting interested in wrongdoings, they will start, rather than saying 2 3 times, we need to focus and frame one compound sentence with the help of conjunctions, and we can quickly sort it out. Okay, so let's say
Mm-hmm.
start looking for more options. There are hormonal changes in the body, which they cannot deny. It is very difficult to deal with those changes, but this age is full of surprises and shocks. Rather than going for, a standard format, you can simply change your sentences and use different verbiage to speak out. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And you have used one phrasal verb here, and I would say even conjunctions also, even though. When you're going to child, they say, no, you cannot play with us. When you go to, elder people, they're like, no, 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 you are a teenager. We can't take you in the picture. So even though is something where your cause and effect comes in the picture, not about the result. Because you were talking about as a result, what happens? They are refused, they are declined. So that's a result,
Mm-hmm.
not cause and effect. Okay, so even though I'm tired, but I have finished my assignment today. That is a complete sentence. It's like if they go to
Mm-hmm.
child, even though they are saying that no, 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 you are not child anymore, we cannot take you. It's a wrong sentence. I would say, rather than wrong, it is not a perfect sentence. It is not barely correct sentence when you speak in public. See, what happens when we go in
Yes.
public, we don't decide that today we will talk only in present tense. If people are asking something about past and future, I'm not going to speak. It never happens, right? Similarly, these conjunctions, phrasal verbs, idioms, and phrases, try to inculcate in your speaking. Okay.
Yeah,
Then you said
exactly.
lot of change. Okay. I have noticed in your entire sentences, you are not using S. You are not taking plural nouns in the picture. Lot of change, lot of changes. Okay.
Yes, changes.
Your voice changes couple of times. Okay. So these are some plural forms where S is required. Okay. Easy? Sorted? Okay. Let's move on to the first question. So, what is the
Mm-hmm.
first thing that comes to your mind when you hear the word teenage? And do you think that teenage is a period of life where people do make more mistakes rather?
Yeah, I must say, when I heard, well, just when I listen this word teenage, I already say it is the period of change. So that's very important. And what another part of the question is that I feel a lot of people, they are making mistakes in that age, and because they are getting a lot of changes, and what they feel that nobody is understanding them, and they are not able to share those things to their parents, like which kind of changes they get. So but it is not happening. I can't say that it happens with 100% people. Few people, they are able to manage it, and they are able to handle that age in a very good way, and they are inculcating good things in that age. So that's why they are able to lead a good career also. So but yeah, most of the people, they are going on the wrong track in that age, I can say somewhat.
Okay. Just one feedback. Whenever we talk about general sense, a general information like bees produce honey for us. Okay. Now,
Hmm.
bees produce honey, it's a simple general statement. It's a universal truth. Sun rises in the east. It's a general statement. It's a universal truth. There is no continuous tense. Oh, sun is rising in the east. Though it sounds correct, but this is not a correct statement. It is called Indianism. When you say he's coming to my house every day, I'm simply tired. He is coming to my house, this much is okay. But when you say every day is a routine. That means this is happening on and off, or every day on a regular routine, or alternatively. So there we use simple present tense. So you can simply say he comes to my house every day, rather than he's coming to my
Hmm.
house every day. So similarly, your last statement, which you said, that you could have given in the general sense. When you are in teenage, people look up for more changes, and of course, mistakes are very often. They make mistakes. Um, you know, um, based upon their interest or new things or new interest. So these things happen. It cannot be the case wherein in these cases you can use simple continuous tense or present continuous tense. Okay. Continuous is what we are doing right now. Right? Easy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's move on to the next part of the question. How parents should deal with teenagers? What do you think?
Yeah, parents, it is very important if they are educated, they know that how should they deal with them, because they should share and they should ask them which kind of problems they are facing nowadays. And if they will share with them, they will feel light and they should guide them in the right way. So parents, it depends like if they are educated and if they are able to deal with their kids and they I feel like they should be more understandable in the case of teenagers, and they should say that you can share anything, whatever you want, and the teenagers should feel free to share with their parents.
Very good. In these sentences, you have used a conditional statement. Like if
Hmm.
they share, if they will share with them, they will guide them. So they should be open to talk. They should be open to talk to their parents. They should be telling them about their problems. And then only they can expect a solution or a firm resolution. So when you say two statements which are in future, you are expecting this. They will share if they want support. They will share, they will guide, right? So when these two things happen, two sentences, one of the sentences which is not an independent clause. Independent clause is they will guide them. This is independent sentence. Parents will guide them.
Hmm.
Independent. But in this sentence, you are saying if they will share with them, they will guide them. If they will share with them, this is not an independent clause. When you speak this, the other part of the sentence is required. So that is why we have dependent clause and independent clause. So in dependent clauses, which are not independent, so in dependent clauses, we always use simple present tense. And in independent clause, you can use future tense. So you could have said that if they share with them, parents will guide them.
Hmm.
So whenever you talk about conditional sentences, ये होगा तो ये होगा, मैं करूंगा तो वो जाएगा, मैं जाऊंगा तो लाऊंगा. In such kind of sentences, the dependent clause, where it needs another independent clause to complete the sentence, there we use simple future, simple present tense, and other place we use simple future tense. Okay, so I'll give you one example. If you come to my classes, I will teach you grammar. Easy? Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Next, why teenage is known as to be the most sensitive age?
Yes, already I said that in this age, a lot of changes are happening, which are very sensitive. Like the lot of changes are there. So due to that, it is sensitive because when we are child, we are totally in like proper like in the guidance of our parents. They are observing us, and but when it comes to like adult, also you are becoming more confident and you are able to choose whatever right and wrong for you. But in teenage, like you are not a child, and even though you are not and you are not adult anymore, so that's why in that age it is difficult for you to take a right decision. So that's what I feel like it's very sensitive. So,
Okay. You started your sentence already. I said that. Okay. Rather, you can say, I already said that. Okay. Now,
mhm,
already is an adverb, and you cannot fit any adverb anywhere. Okay.
mhm,
Adverbs are the words which either give sense or more information to a verb or an adjective or an adverb. Okay. So, for example, if I say, I am very late. So late is also an adverb, but very is the and main adverb in the sentence, which is again giving modification to my another adverb which is present in the sentence. Okay. So when you said already, I said that this is not a we talk. I already mentioned that, as I already said, as I already mentioned, as I previously mentioned, or speaking of tender age, speaking of teenage, sensitivity is more obvious. Okay. So such kind of discourse markers when you use in the beginning, It helps you to give more clarity to other person who's listening to you just randomly. Easy?
Yes.
Next, do you miss your teenage days?
Yeah, I can say that for sure. Because it was really nice period and I used to enjoy without caring about my future. And there was like I was free from stress, but nowadays I am just always thinking like, what should I do next and what can I do for my career? And a lot of responsibilities are there on my shoulders. So I enjoyed my teenage and I used to play. I used to go out with my friends without taking any tension for anything. So that was wonderful. Of course, I miss my teenage.
Mm. Again, same thing you said. I used to play, I used to go out. Two things not required. I used to play, go out without any tensions. I enjoyed my life that time. I used to, if you use soon after one after another, it says repetition, redundancy. We have to avoid redundancy.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it was good. Last question. Why teenagers are mostly addicted to mobile phones and alcohol?
Yes. So nowadays it is like teenagers, of course, now everybody is just addicted to the phone and they don't want to face people. They don't want to sit together. They like they're not talking with anything. What I like if like a lot of people are there in public, they want to avoid talking with the people rather than they will go and use their phone. So that's what the thing is. So in teenage, I told you the reason already. So in that sense, the people, they are using phone and they are becoming more addicted to gadgets and they want to make themselves busy in gadgets only.
Okay. Again, they are not talking, rather they will use their phone. Okay. Now, since it is a
Mhm.
general, it has to be in simple present. They do not talk. They do not prefer to talk. They do not like to talk. Anything you can use, but not continuous tense. Okay, so they do not prefer to talk, rather they would use their phone. Okay, what is the future expectancy that you can think that this will be done, like people will do rather than doing this? So you can simply say they do not talk, rather than they would certainly use their phone, or they would try to use their phone. Easy.
Yeah,
The only
exactly.
thing which I would like to highlight, your speech is very clear, your sound is very clear, your sentence pronunciation is great. When you talk like decisions, or when you talk about responsibilities, these words are so clear, clarity is there. The only thing you need to understand, 80% of our conversation is lying on one tense, and that is simple present tense. Okay, rather than saying this, I should say 90%, sorry, 80% of our conversation lies in this tense, because this is a general sense information. Okay, so you should be thorough with this particular tense. All is good to go. So whenever you talk in general
Okay.
sense, just simple present tense, try to use it more and more, and you will get accuracy in the picture. Okay, and whenever you use conditional sentences, one has to be in simple future, another one has to be in simple present. Simple present will be the dependent clause which needs another sentence to be the part of it. So there we always use simple present tense. Easy.
Yes.
So that's all from my side. Do you have any questions?
No, I think it was really a nice session with you and thank you so much. Yeah, I
you're,
have enjoyed the session.
you're welcome. Pleasure is all mine. Take good care of yourself. Have a great day. See ya.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.